Hey there, welcome back to Dream Visa Updates. Listen, I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Seriously, pause everything, because what I'm about to reveal could completely transform your international life, your financial future, and your legal standing as a dual citizen. And trust me, you cannot afford to miss this. If you're holding two passports right now, if you're thinking about getting a second nationality, or if someone in your family is dealing with dual citizenship, then this video is for you. Because December 2025 has brought groundbreaking changes that are going to impact millions of Americans and dual citizens worldwide, and most people have no idea what's coming. Here's the thing, we're not talking about small tweaks or boring administrative stuff. These are massive, comprehensive changes that touch everything about dual citizenship: how you apply for your passport, how you renew it, how you report your income, how you travel through airports, even how you plan your family's future across borders. Everything is changing. The United States government, working with international partners, has rolled out new regulations that strengthen transparency, enhance security, tighten tax enforcement, and create more robust compliance frameworks that every single dual citizen needs to understand right now. Whether you've been managing two nationalities for years, or you're just starting to explore getting a second passport, these December 2025 updates are going to fundamentally reshape everything: how you deal with government authorities, how you manage your finances, how you navigate your daily life as a global citizen. It's all different now. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why does this matter to me? Does this really apply to my situation? Let me be crystal clear. These regulations don't just affect a tiny group of people. They impact international students studying abroad, business professionals traveling for work, families with children born overseas, retirees living in foreign countries, investors with international portfolios, anyone maintaining financial accounts or property in multiple nations. If that's you, pay attention. These rules don't just affect how you travel. They directly influence your tax obligations, your legal responsibilities, your documentation, and your long-term planning as someone who lives, works, or invests across borders. Look, dual citizenship has always been an incredible advantage: the flexibility to live and work anywhere, expanded opportunities for education and business, travel freedom without constant visa applications, doors that stay closed to people with just one nationality. It's powerful. But here's what most people don't realize. The world is changing fast, and governments everywhere are responding. They're strengthening transparency requirements, improving tax enforcement, upgrading identity verification systems, and this isn't happening randomly. It's a coordinated international effort to create more secure, more accountable, and more transparent systems for managing citizenship in our interconnected world. That's exactly why staying informed, staying updated, and staying compliant is more critical now than ever before in the history of modern citizenship. Let me address something fundamental that confuses a lot of dual citizens. The United States has historically allowed dual citizenship without major restrictions, and in most cases, it remains fully legal today. That basic framework hasn't changed, but here's what has changed. The policy clarifications and documentation requirements starting this December are significant. The new regulations require anyone holding more than one nationality to be completely transparent about their status when dealing with United States authorities, whether that's at an embassy, a consulate, a port of entry, or through any official government channel. So, what does this mean for you? Anyone applying for a new United States passport or renewing an existing one must now officially declare and document all other nationalities they possess. This isn't a suggestion. It's mandatory for every single applicant, no exceptions. Now let me make something absolutely clear so there's no confusion. This rule isn't designed to restrict your rights or make dual citizenship harder to maintain. The purpose is ensuring full compliance with international security standards, supporting proper tax law enforcement for Americans abroad, and maintaining clear legal obligations for citizens tied to multiple countries. Think about who this affects: Americans living abroad, international students, families where one parent is American and the other isn't, and their kids inherit both citizenships, business travelers moving between countries constantly, countless scenarios where people legitimately hold multiple nationalities. For all these people, understanding and following these requirements isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about protecting your rights, maintaining your legal status, and ensuring you can continue enjoying all the benefits of dual citizenship without complications or delays. And here's what you need to understand. Ignoring these requirements, whether intentionally or just because you didn't know, could lead to serious consequences. Processing delays that leave you without a passport when you need to travel. administrative penalties that cost money and create permanent marks on your record, complications that follow you for years and make future applications harder. The smart approach? The only approach that makes sense? Full disclosure, complete transparency, and responsible management of all your citizenship documents and records. Period. Now let's talk about another major update, and this one is actually exciting because it improves your travel experience while enhancing security at the same time. Starting December 2025, new United States passport features are rolling out nationwide and at embassies worldwide. These aren't just design updates. These are substantial technological improvements that fundamentally upgrade how passports function and protect your identity. The new passports include significantly upgraded biometric chips that store your information more securely, advanced anti-fraud technology that makes counterfeiting nearly impossible, much stronger encryption protocols protecting your personal data from unauthorized access and cyber threats. For travelers, these improvements translate into real benefits. You'll notice immediately. Faster processing at airport immigration, because enhanced biometric systems verify your identity quicker and more accurately. Improved identity verification that reduces errors or mistaken identity situations, and significantly reduced risk of passport misuse, whether that's identity theft, fraudulent documents, or illegal use of your passport information. However, there's one small but significant thing you need to be prepared for. Immigration officers, both in the US and potentially other countries, may now ask more detailed questions about your other citizenships, especially when traveling into or out of the United States. I get it. For some people, this sounds intimidating. More thorough questioning about your citizenship status might feel intrusive or worrying. But let me explain why this is happening and what the actual purpose is. These questions aren't designed to limit your freedom or make travel harder. The purpose is strengthening security systems, ensuring legal status is accurately documented, and creating reliable records that protect everyone involved. These steps actually help protect your rights as a dual citizen by ensuring both countries have accurate information about your status. And here's the surprising part. These enhanced procedures actually lead to smoother and safer travel experiences once the initial documentation and verification is properly completed. Let's move on to what's often the most misunderstood and anxiety-inducing aspect of dual citizenship for many people: taxes. The Internal Revenue Service has implemented significantly tightened reporting requirements, specifically for Americans earning income in foreign countries. This is where a lot of dual citizens have historically made mistakes, sometimes from ignorance, sometimes from confusion, sometimes from bad advice or incorrect assumptions. So let me break this down clearly. No ambiguity. Whether your foreign income comes from investment accounts in another country, rental properties overseas, international businesses, inherited wealth from family abroad, or any other source outside the United States, that income must be correctly and completely reported to the IRS. The $10,000 threshold for foreign bank account reporting, the FBAR requirements, still applies and hasn't changed. But what has changed dramatically are the penalties for failing to disclose accounts or income. These penalties have increased sharply, especially for dual citizens living overseas or maintaining financial assets in multiple countries. Financial compliance is no longer something you can overlook, postpone, or hope doesn't apply to you. International financial reporting systems have become incredibly sophisticated. Banks worldwide are sharing information with tax authorities. Governments have unprecedented ability to track cross-border financial activity. Not reporting your foreign income isn't a minor paperwork mistake that might go unnoticed. It can lead to extremely expensive fines reaching tens of thousands of dollars or more, serious legal complications affecting your citizenship status, even problems renewing your passport because outstanding tax issues can now prevent passport issuance or renewal. Understanding these rules right now, today, before making any mistakes, can protect you from major issues later and allow you to enjoy all the tremendous benefits of dual citizenship without unnecessary risk or worry. Another critically important part of these December updates involves the naturalization process and the specific rules for maintaining your original nationality when applying for United States citizenship. This is particularly relevant for people currently holding citizenship in another country and seeking to become American citizens, or for Americans considering obtaining citizenship in a second country. Applicants must now provide clear documented proof that holding multiple citizenships doesn't create any conflict with United States interests or obligations. This requirement focuses on several key areas: complete transparency about all your citizenships, comprehensive financial history, including foreign accounts and assets, thorough criminal background checks across all countries where you've lived, and a clear, unambiguous statement of allegiance to the United States of America. Now, if you already have dual citizenship and you're worried about what this means, let me put your mind at ease. You're not required to give up your original nationality, renounce your birth citizenship, or make an impossible choice between countries. That's not what these regulations require. What you do need to do is declare all your citizenships when applying for or renewing a United States passport. This simple act of disclosure ensures your official records remain accurate and complete, protects your legal rights as a dual citizen by preventing documentation errors, and helps the government maintain clear, reliable records. These rules also serve a protective function by making sure your status doesn't raise future complications or problems that could have been easily avoided through proper documentation and transparency from the beginning. The travel experience for dual citizens is also going to feel noticeably different under these new December rules, and in most ways, it's actually better and more efficient. The combination of enhanced passport technology and increased transparency requirements means smoother airport processing with less waiting time, fewer unexpected delays or complications, a more organized, efficient travel system overall for frequent travelers. And there are millions of people in this category: students moving between countries for education, professionals working across international borders, families maintaining connections in multiple countries. These improvements are going to make a noticeable positive difference in your daily travel experiences. One new area receiving particular attention in these December updates, something that hasn't been emphasized much before, involves military service. Dual citizens who have served or are currently serving in a foreign military must now formally report that service when applying for United States citizenship or renewing their passport. Before you panic if this applies to you, let me explain what this actually means and what it doesn't mean. Mandatory military service, like the required service in countries like South Korea, Israel, Singapore, Switzerland, and many others, does not automatically threaten your United States citizenship. The government recognizes that many countries require military service as a condition of citizenship, and fulfilling that obligation doesn't mean you're disloyal to America or unfit to be an American citizen. The real issue, the thing that actually creates problems and can threaten your status, arises when someone deliberately hides this information, fails to disclose their military service, or provides misleading information on official applications. Transparency, once again, is the absolute key to navigating this requirement successfully. By openly and honestly reporting any foreign military service, you avoid misunderstandings that could spiral into serious problems. You protect your legal status in both nations by maintaining accurate records. You demonstrate the honesty and forthrightness that immigration and citizenship authorities expect and require. This isn't about punishing people for fulfilling legitimate obligations in other countries. It's about ensuring official records are complete, accurate, and truthful. Families with children born abroad, an increasingly common situation in our globalized world, are also going to benefit significantly from these December updates. Parents who are United States citizens now have a clearer, more straightforward, and more efficient path to establishing their child's United States citizenship. This streamlined process reduces complicated paperwork, avoids frustratingly long processing delays, and helps families secure their child's citizenship sooner and more efficiently than the old system. For households juggling multiple passports, managing international travel with young children, and trying to navigate complex citizenship laws across different countries, this added clarity makes life dramatically easier and significantly reduces the risk of future complications involving identity questions, nationality disputes, or legal rights issues that could affect the child's future. Financial planning is another area that plays an absolutely major role in dual citizenship management, especially under these new December regulations and in the current environment of increased international scrutiny. Your second passport, that additional nationality you hold, can affect so many aspects of your financial life in ways most people never consider. Retirement accounts and how they're taxed, inheritance rights and asset transfers after death, property ownership laws that differ dramatically from country to country, investment regulations that may restrict or enable certain financial activities, tax treaties between nations that can either help you or create additional obligations depending on how you structure your affairs. With increased Internal Revenue Service oversight on foreign assets, dual citizens absolutely must take a proactive, forward-thinking approach to financial planning. This isn't something you can figure out as you go or deal with when problems arise. Consulting with tax professionals who specifically specialize in international tax law, who understand the complexities of dual citizenship, and who can navigate the intricate web of tax treaties and reporting requirements, is no longer optional for serious dual citizens. It's an essential investment in your financial security. Efficient strategic planning means dual citizens can maximize the incredible global opportunities that come with holding multiple nationalities, while simultaneously staying fully compliant with the law and avoiding the severe penalties that can result from noncompliance. Overall, when you step back and look at the big picture, these latest December updates bring more transparency to a system that was often confusing, more clarity to processes that were previously ambiguous, a stronger, more reliable structure around dual citizenship that ultimately benefits everyone involved. What used to be a confusing gray area filled with uncertainty and conflicting information is now much more clearly defined, giving people greater protection under the law and more confidence in their status. I completely understand that some people may initially worry that increased documentation requirements or stricter reporting standards could make things more difficult, more expensive, or more complicated, but the reality is actually quite different. These updates, when properly understood and correctly implemented, actually make dual citizenship safer to maintain, easier to navigate, and more valuable in the long run. By taking the time to truly understand your responsibilities, staying informed about the specific requirements that apply to your situation, and maintaining accurate documentation and timely reporting, you secure smoother international travel experiences, stable and predictable financial planning, and stronger legal protection that defends your rights in both countries. This isn't about creating obstacles or making life harder for dual citizens. It's about creating a modern, transparent, and secure framework that allows dual citizenship to function effectively in the 21st century. In conclusion, the dual citizenship updates for December 2025 represent a genuinely major step forward for Americans and global citizens everywhere. The new passport features with enhanced security technology, the updated tax requirements that create clearer expectations, the more straightforward naturalization guidelines that reduce confusion, the new security rules that protect everyone's identity. They all work together to create a more responsible, more effective, and more beneficial framework for managing dual nationality. Dual citizenship continues to offer tremendous value, incredible opportunities, and remarkable flexibility. But these benefits are available only to those who stay informed, remain proactive, and take their obligations seriously. With the right knowledge, the right preparation, and the right professional guidance, you can enjoy true global mobility that allows you to live and work anywhere, financial stability that protects your assets across borders, comprehensive legal protection that safeguards your rights without complications or unnecessary stress. These December updates give dual citizens the exact tools they need to navigate international life confidently, competently, and successfully, allowing them to turn potential challenges into long-term advantages that benefit them and their families for generations to come. Dual citizenship isn't just about convenient travel or having a backup passport. It's about building a secure, flexible, and opportunity-filled future that takes advantage of everything our interconnected world has to offer. With accurate documentation that meets official standards, clear awareness of tax obligations that apply to your specific situation, and responsible compliance with all requirements in both countries, you can make the most of your rights while staying fully protected under United States law and the laws of your other country of citizenship. These changes, these December 2025 updates, are fundamentally designed to simplify rather than complicate, and when understood properly, when approached with the right mindset and the right preparation, they make dual citizenship more powerful and more valuable than ever before. Thank you so much for watching this detailed breakdown here on Dream Visa Updates. If you found this information helpful, valuable, or informative, please hit that like button to help this video reach more people who need this critical information. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss important updates about visa rules, citizenship requirements, and international travel regulations. Drop a comment below letting me know your situation. Whether you're currently navigating dual citizenship, considering applying for a second nationality, or helping family members understand these complex rules, I read every single comment, and I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. Remember, staying informed is the best way to protect your rights and maximize your opportunities as a global citizen. I'll see you in the next video.